programs. Then we'll go for the two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array very simple. We so already inner for loop we already used. So that I'm going to use it here again. Okay. Okay. So sort an array in ascending order. Sort an array in descending order. Both are no. I'm going to use the loops only. Okay. I'm going to use loop. That loop will help you to sort. Let's see how to sort that. What is ascending order? You already know that, right? So you have to give integer array. So give the integer array for this method. It is going to sort. First, I'll print before sorting what is the array. Let's print it. So before sorting, the array is plus arrays dot toString, just for printing purpose. Okay. Okay. So you have to take two for loops here to iterate them. So one is int I equal to 0. You start with the first element. Ascending order means no lowest to bigger elements, right? That's the ascending order means. And so it is going to start first. Okay, first element you compare with the second element. If first element is greater than second element, you swap them and put it in the front. Then like that you have to swap all of them. So again here swapping logic you are using. Swap no elements based on the third element. So that's what I'm going to use. and I less than array dot length and I plus plus. So then inner for loop. So you're going to check, right? You're going to check each element. So into j equal to second element, you have to check it. So that's why you have to start with in j equal to I plus 1 and j less than array dot length and j plus plus. So if so num of I is greater than num of j, then you swap it. Okay, then you write the swapping logic. So that means first element is greater than second element. That means second element is smaller, right? Smaller one should come first. So that I am swapping. So that swapping logic I'm developing here. So into temporary variable equal to num of I. Okay. So then in the num of I am placing the num of j. So num of j I'm so putting in the num of j. You place the this is correct only. Num of I you can place it. Then in the num of j, so you can assign the temporary variable. This first element is going to the next element. And here, this num of j is going to num of I. So that's how you are swapping. And then you can print the after swapping. So where is this? And this element after. So after swapping, after sorting in ascending order, to the arrays. That's it. So the same way you develop it descending order. So descending order is simple. Just change this symbol. That's it. So descending order. Sort an array in descending order. So just change it. So descending order means what is mean by that? The first max element should be there. If first element is less than second element, so you bring the bigger element to first and small element you go and put it in the next place. So that's what we are doing, sorting of both the elements. Okay, so these are the two programs, important programs. Let's call all these functions one by one. Any questions there? Get random array. So random array method, I'm going to call this the return type method. How can you call return type method? Return type static method.
Print statement, sir.
So data type variable static return type method. So data type means what it is returning integer array. So rand array equal to, so get random array. So I am just following the formulas. So always follow the formulas, so easy for you. So this method is return type is integer array. So this method returns integer array, and that value I'm storing here. So now if you want, you can print the array. You can print using for loop. Otherwise, you can print using arrays dot so toString method also. Okay, so that's the this, and you can, if you want, you can just execute that. See, 26, 91, 19, 33, 45. So you got the array. So 5 elements. And if you execute next time, it won't be same. See, it won't be same. So new elements it will generate. Okay, next call the other methods. So the next one I to call are non-static methods. So how can you call non-static methods?
Create your object
Okay,
for the class.
non-static in the same class. Anywhere.
Using object.
Yeah. The object reference. Create an object.
You have to create an object for the class. You have to create an object for the class. So what is the class name here?
ArrayPrograms.
ArrayPrograms.
So array programs. Just copy this. And how to create object for a class?
Class name, reference variable equal to new class.
So class name, reference of object equal to new class. So what is the class name? Just put as per that. Class name place, I put a array programs. Reference object, just give anything. New class name. So array programs is class. Reference object is the local variable, and this is the object. So this object address will store in this reference variable. Okay. So next. So AP obj dot. So you call the methods, but again, return type methods, right? These are return type methods. So any void methods are there? We can see reverse array in place is a void method. Average is a return type. Print duplicates is a void method. But these two are the return types. So let's call one by one. So void methods I'll call it. So how do you know which is a void and which is a return type? How do you know? By just putting a dot, object reference dot, the method names will show in the panel. So this is the context menu, it will show. So in this context menu, you see which method you want to call. That method name after you have a void or a return type, the data type, basically. So if you see here, average of array elements, you say void or a return type is a return type method.
Return
Void
type
or
method.
return type? What is the return type?
Double.
double. So you have to call double first. So I'm going to give random array for this method as an argument, and it is returning a double dictor and average value. This is again, I told you, formulas. So data type, so variable, object reference, dot, so return type, non-static method. So all these formulas are given, but again I'm repeating them one more time. So this is the parameterized method, how I am calling. Parameterized method, I have to pass the argument. What is my argument? See, this local variable is my argument here for the other methods. So then you can print the average. So average of array elements. So instead of that, I'll just put okay, random array, whatever it is coming. Okay, so that's the values, and then you can print it. See that 50 is the average. And next I can call APOBZ dot print duplicate elements. So it's a void, that's why I don't need to store in a variable. And any other APOBZ dot. So reverse array in place. Void method. So I have to give random array. See, execute it. So before reverse, this is the values 73, 22, 43, 61, 40. Now see, this should come first, right? Reverse means 40, 61, 43, 22, 73. That's how to reverse an array in place. Next. So let's call other things. So return type methods. So int max val equal to APOBZ dot get large element. So I have to give array. See, one variable, see how many methods as an input I am passing. For how many methods I am passing as an argument. That's how you can know. That's why we have to store in a variable. If some value, some method output you want to use as an input to other places or other lines of code you want to use, store that in a variable, then you can reuse it. So void method means anyhow you cannot reuse the output. But here, this is a return type. That's why I'm storing in a variable and reusing in other places. So max element in, so I can call this one. Plus max value.